Realty Insight, brought to you by North Bay Property Shop, a member of Century 21 Blue Sky Region Realty Team.
Welcome back to Cogeco News. We're in the Your TV studio and we're joined by a special guest by the name of Leeann Noel from Century 21. Thanks for being here.
Oh, I'll take that title, special guest. Thank you so much, Clarke. Always good to be here.
It's great to have you. And we always have something to talk about. There's never a lack of topics.
Very true, and I could go on, but I know we're limited with time.
So we'll jump right into it.
Right into it.
Tips for right-sizing, going smaller, and we queued this up a couple weeks ago by saying it's all about the verbiage, it's perspective on how you look at things.
Well, that's it, and you know, this right-sizing, and this week I really want to talk about going smaller, and this can either be by choice or maybe it's a necessity that you have to go smaller, and this can be really scary. So many personal decisions that you're faced with, I thought it would be a great opportunity to give some tips to those that are maybe considering that choice.
Jumping right in, starting early, would this be about condensing things you own?
Essentially, it's just making that decision. Once you've made that decision, start immediately. You and I both know that if you do put it off and then you're under a timeline, a tighter timeline, it can be very stressful and emotional. So really just think about starting early. Have a look even in your attic space, your storage spaces, and think, do I want to take this stuff? What is that answer and how to proceed?
Get help and guidance. Who would be a good person to go to for guidance?
Well, of course, I want to say your trusted realtor, but it is always a good start. Also think of talking to close family and friends. They can really help examine everything and then help you make that logical, reasonable decision. And then, of course, your realtor will help you decide, you know, what are we looking at space-wise, what's your current home, and just, again, how to proceed on that proper timeline to make it as easy on everyone as possible.
Know your measurements and plan ahead. So a couch would look nice in a large home, but if you're moving to a smaller place, maybe that couch won't fit. So a tape measure comes in handy.
Absolutely, and you know what is a great trick too? If you have a piece of furniture that you really are worried about parting with, even taking a piece of tape, finding that measurement, bringing that piece of tape with you, even to potentially that new home.
There's always time for creativity. How does it fit into today's discussion with right sizing?
Well, let's be creative with our storage. That can be a challenge in a smaller space. So some creative ideas would be, think about plastic bins. Rolling plastic bins are always a great option. Storage hangers. I know we can see those hangers that you can place, you know, 5 or 10 pairs of pants on one hanger to give you that space. Bed riser. So again, those storage bins can go underneath. Baskets are also really lovely. They can add some really nice decor and of course provide that storage solution.
Is it cheating if you have 3 storage units and move to a smaller house?
It's definitely not, but of course those storage units come with a cost. How easily accessible are them? So again, that's just something to consider.
Sentimental value with these items. If you're attached to a grand piano, it might be tricky with this, but how do you kind of approach that with your with people you work with to factor in sentimental value?
Of course, it comes, and when you're accumulating stuff over a lifetime, yes, we can have sentimental attachment to it. There's no denying that. So coming at it at a logical, reasonable way is important. Again, when you talked about that storage space, is there something that you really do want to keep, maybe even for a family member, and keep it in storage? Again, another great time to reach out to family and say, listen, we want this to stay within the members of our family, so what can you maybe give? Donating is always a lovely option. You've used it, you've loved it, give it to a family maybe you need that would also really take great pride in it.
In 2 weeks' time, we're going to be saying hello, Darlene,
yes,
because Hello, Darlene will be here.
Yes, Darlene Tripp from Hello, Darlene. She's a senior transition and really specialized in an organization. I thought that would be great after today's segment.
Leeann, appreciate your time coming in, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. The weeks fly by.
I'll be here. Yes, they do. Thank you so much, Clarke.